Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go. Go, Pack, go.
We are back. Welcome back to the Fake Stuff Fantasy Podcast. Green Bay Packers coming off a big win this week against the Detroit Lions. We are back at it again. Matt is not in the building this week, but damn do we miss him, because I don't like this hosting shit, but you know, Ian, we're going to split it up tonight. I'm going to do a little bit of hosting. You're going to do a little bit of hosting. We're going to be back-to-back hosting. It's going to be a little bit of different podcast tonight, but we're going to be talking about the AFC playoff picture, and we're going to talk about some players that we really loved during the pre-draft and players that we really loved during the redraft that didn't pan out, that wasn't worth a shit. So that's what we're getting into tonight. Ian, welcome back, Pati Poopa. Are you ready to talk about some football?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And as always, this is the Fake Stuff Fantasy Podcast, and it is playoff season. So buckle up and get ready. About to be throwing some hit sticks, some truck sticks, and some interceptions.
Well, I'm going to get that ticker going down there. It says the fake stuff. So I don't even know if I ran that in the episode last time because I suck at my job. But before we get started, don't be a hoe and share
the show.
Just talk to you guys about it. Talk to your friends at work. Talk to anybody you know. Tell them to come and listen to the Fake Stuff Fantasy Podcast, because over here we're a little bit different. In what do we try to talk about that's different than the kind of the other podcasts out there right now?
Well, as you all know, we're experts on this subject.
Oh, for sure. Never been wrong.
So we give exact analysis and the most up-to-date stats. No, just kidding. We're obviously not experts. We're just doing this for fun. We're going to talk about AFC. We're going to talk about fantasy relevancy. And we're going to talk about stuff that you probably don't care about, but we don't care that you don't care, because this is our podcast, and we're going to do it the way we want to. We thank you for watching. Just a couple of goons on here talking about what we love. Hopefully it'll help you, and hopefully we'll make some money on this thing, man. So that's not what we're in it for, but without further ado, let's get it popping.
You kind of reminded me of Dodgeball. I watched it the other night where Ben Stiller was like, I know that you know. You know that you know. I know that you know that I know that you know about this Fake Stuff Fantasy Podcast.
Exactly. Nobody makes me bleed my own blood.
I thought that I was going to watch that movie the other night, and I was just going to be like, man, this thing's going to suck, because I rewatched movies that I loved growing up, and like I watched it again. I was like, shit is still tight.
Banger.
It still holds up.
Banger.
I remember one of the scenes where they were talking about dodgeball wasn't played with balls back in the day. They were thrown with severed heads from the
I don't remember that. I don't remember that part.
It originated with I don't know what it was.
That makes sense.
Throwing severed heads at one another. But
that's such a great movie, dude. Vince Vaughn is one of my favorites, man. And Ben Stiller, he plays some of the craziest characters, dude. And that was just a great cast and a great movie. Anyways, we ain't talking dodgeball. We talking football. Where we going?
No, we're not talking football yet. I got to stay on this topic, Ian.
Okay.
What are some of your favorite comedy movies from, just say, like the past, I don't know, 10 years or so? Because I got to have Dodgeball. Tropic Thunder had to be up there. Like, Tropic Thunder was so damn good.
Well,
both Ben Stiller.
Yeah. But first movie that comes to mind for me, man, I can quote pretty much the entire thing, is How High with Method Man and Redman. That is one of my all-time favorites, dude. I quote, you don't want to watch that movie with me, because I will, every time they say it, I'm saying it.
You don't need no subtitle.
No, I know. Yeah, I could play it on mute, and I could tout the whole thing. Just
White
about.
Chicks was up there. Don't Be a Menace in South Central. Oh my God,
That,
man, some of them
Mr.
movies.
Deeds. Mr. Deeds is one of my favorites too.
Don't even get into Jim Carrey stuff with the Ace Venturas
Oh my God,
and
The
all the Jim
Mask.
Carrey stuff.
Yeah, just a bunch of bangers, man. Stuff
That's
keeps you laughing the whole time, bro.
That's still my favorite. Anytime I'm just in a bad mood, just hop on there, throw in some Tropic Thunder. Watch Robert Downey Jr. play that part as a white
Oh
guy,
yeah,
as a black
I'm a
guy playing
dude
another.
playing a dude disguised as another dude. You couldn't make that movie. You could not make that movie again today.
You could
Not make that movie.
It's just so good,
It's so raw.
And yet Dakota hates it so much.
Of course,
laugh at
of
it
course,
so hard.
It's guy humor, man. It's guy humor. It's really Happy Gilmore. Happy Gilmore was hilarious.
The second one sucks ass.
Sucked. Sorry. I mean, it had a bunch of cameos and a bunch of people in there, but it wasn't great, man.
Adam Sandler made great movies, man. Every single movie
All
he
the
was
time.
in was freaking funny. Even Grown Ups, when it first started, the first couple of scenes of Grown Ups, I was like, man, I don't know if this movie's that good. And then it just got,
it's like shaking hands with an eagle. Yeah.
It's so good.
So many singers, dude. So many singers. That's a great movie. I love comedy. I love making laugh. That's why I like to watch the Lions play the Packers on Thanksgiving.
That was a all time favorite comedy right there.
It was.
That was a good one.
I definitely wasn't laughing. I was a little nervous for a little bit, but
it was a sequel. It was a sequel also, which makes it the second one even better than the first one this season.
Yeah. And dude, I can't thank Jerry enough for just giving us Micah, man. Dude, he's been so prolific, dude, and I'm trying not to take him for granted, man. I mean, the first couple games we had him, I was like, yes. And he wasn't even doing good, but it's almost become like second nature now. Like I know Micah's there, but he's such a big deal, dude. He's such a big deal for our team, and he brings the energy every time, and we didn't need him, but damn, if he ain't gonna put us over the top, dude. And I'm just happy to have a player like that on our team, man.
It's looking good. It's looking like a good trade for both sides right now. And Mike is he eating it up. But Ian, I'm gonna put you on the spot right here because this is unexpected. We didn't talk about this before the episode. We ain't gonna be able to do it for every game. I know you don't even know what I'm about to say, but I'm about to put you on the spot, Ian.
Great.
We're gonna hit like some good morning football type shit right here. All right. Number one team in the AFC is the New England Patriots. Give me a movie reference for the New England Patriots. What is the best comeback movie of the year? Like what? New England was great. They fell off, and now they're 10-2 again. I mean, where are we at with this team right now? Is it like Indiana Jones? Like,
so, are you asking like what movie do I compare this year's Patriots to?
Exactly.
If I had to compare this team to a movie, I'd probably compare him to. I want to say the other guys, because you had The Rock and Samuel L. and they were the fucking guys. They were the guys.
That's Belichick and Brady, huh?
And they were the guys, and they got good. They were like, we can't die. We can't die. And jump off, and then here comes Wahlberg and Will Ferrell, unorthodox, but they got the job done. And I think that's the perfect comparison, dude.
Dude, that to put you on the spot like that, for you to respond like that, that was freaking incredible.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
Dirty Mike and the boys.
We got a jar of old mustard, a poodle, and we're gonna listen to talk radio all night, dude. We're gonna put some D's and some B's and bite off kneecaps.
I can't stop, man. I can't stop.
I got you, bro.
Oh,
I got you, dude.
You got me. I didn't look drunk before the episode started, but now my face is all red from laughing. Now I just look like I drank way too much. But
Well, it's just because your forehead is so big, bro. That's all it is.
it's just the way I'm in the camera. If I do like that,
Well, it's just you just got a larger
put a hat
than
on.
average, a larger than average forehead, bro.
It's the widow's peak. My forehead really ain't that big. It just extends into the loss of hair that I have on the top of my head. That's the only reason.
That's what I was alluding to. But I mean, it's cool, dude. You got it. It's all good, bro, because you got a great personality.
Thank you, buddy. I ain't the one that picked the Patriots as the other guys. That was like a perfect analogy. Ian, you got another one in you?
Oh, I don't know.
I got no. Moving on to the next team, Denver Broncos. Let's think of a movie. Let's think of something that you got a main character that ain't so great with Bo Nix over there, but you got a supporting cast that's pretty good. Bo Nix or Sean Payton is the leader of the story, so he's a little bit more of the producer here.
Let's do. Go ahead.
Go ahead. I think you had something on your mind.
Let's do. The Hateful Eight, Quentin Tarantino.
There you go.
Full of great actors. Nobody really stands out, but it was led by Quentin, and
and their games seem to last 5 or 6 hours every time they play.
Forever. It's a Quentin Tarantino masterpiece. People get dead at the end. You lose your favorite characters, but they still end up figuring it out. And yeah, dude, I think Bo Nix is your Chris Pratt, and I mean Quentin always makes an appearance, and Sean Payton's liable to run out on the field every now and then. So
yeah, get a penalty every now and again. But that team they've been red hot in. Bo Nix inconsistent as hell, but their defense is really what's holding them in it. I mean, fantasy relevance, you ain't had a lot of fantasy relevance. J.K. Dobbins was doing good for you, but he's out. Cortland Sutton's been disappointing. Troy Franklin, he is what he is. Kind of making a come up right here, but what do you think about this Broncos team, Ian?
Man, I feel like they're the little giants, dude. Like they don't have anybody who's really standing out, especially in the wide receiver room. I mean, you got Troy Franklin, Marvin Mims, Cortland Sutton really hasn't been doing much. Evan Ingram at the tight end spot. None of these guys are household names, but yet they still win games. And it's on the back of that defense, bro. And Bo Nix is a really great player, dude. And I think him and Sean Payton are figuring it out, and they're making it work with this team of misfit toys, dude. And
that don't sound like the Hateful Eight to me anymore. Now that we talk about it, it seems
really
like
doesn't. It's not a cast. It's not a cast full, dude. It's more like a fucking. I don't know.
You don't know a lot of movies without a good cast.
No, something with one guy, Edward Scissorhands. It's got Johnny Depp, and everybody else is slightly forgettable, dude.
And Sean Payton is Johnny Depp in this situation, I guess.
Yeah, dude. Bo Nix is the chick. What's her name? She's anyways. Movie reference down the drain.
Movie reference down the drain. I loved it when you started, but then when we started talking about the team, it was like the exact opposite.
Yeah,
dude. But
I got it. Get him to the Greek.
That's not bad.
Sean Payton is Diddy. Bo Nix.
Don't. We can't mention Diddy on the podcast. Nah. All right, let's go ahead and end the recording. End the recording. Start over.
Reset.
Diddy.
Diddy. Well, Russell Brand. You got Russell Brand, and then Fat Boy, man. I mean, it's R.J. Harvey is what's his name? I can't believe it. I can't remember his name. The big guy that got skinny.
You talking about Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill. Yep.
Yeah, Jonah Hill. I like that. That is Bo Nix. Bo Nix and Jonah Hill are very identical.
Yeah.
Because Bo Nix sucked ass in college and he stayed forever and then he became great one day.
It's amazing.
I like it.
He's a great kid. Oh, speaking of Bo Nix, hold on, dude. I got something for you.
Oh man.
What
we got going on here?
You probably saw this, but I got
an Oregon Ducks Bo Nix jersey.
A Ducks jersey, dude. It's pretty.
They don't even say Nix on the back.
I know. That's what makes it great.
It
could be Herbert, whoever's doing better, Herbert or Nix, man. But I found this.
Are they both number 10 in college?
Yeah. I found this at a yard sale, dude, and I had to grab it, bro. It was only like $10. So
$10 for
bro.
I see the Jordan Love in the background, man. That's a good jersey. I'm rocking the Charles Woodson.
Charles Woodson, dude. That's legendary. And I saw, we'll talk later, but I found this Charles Woodson jersey that was like a half and half. It looked a little tacky. It was like half white, half green, but it was so sick.
It don't matter if it looks tacky if you're hanging out with a bunch of drunk people all the time. Because they'll just be like, oh, man, it's just badass, bro.
So sick, dude. What's that? You got something under? You got to stand up.
Nobody said if you're listening on Spotify, he did the thing. What's on your chest? You know, look down, hit you in the nose.
Gotcha.
Gotcha. All right, Ian. On to the next one. Oh my God. Good luck coming up with a movie reference for this. Indianapolis Colts at 8-3. They were first in the AFC until they lost to the Kansas City Chiefs, which they kind of blew that game. They had it. And I was kind of cheering for them because, fuck the Chiefs. But, Ian, have you been thinking? You got the Indianapolis Colts, one of them teams nobody believed in. You listened to the Pat McAfee show last year. He's sitting there just hating like hell on this team. They ain't got no good players. All their players don't care. They get Daniel Jones coming in from Minnesota and the Giants. And he going to lead this team to a playoff berth at least.
Yeah, man. And where I'm at the point where, like you said, I mean, and on the Pat McAfee show during the offseason, he brought up this thing, some kind of stat where people went in and where they asked so many people from each fan base what their team's chances were to make the Super Bowl, and the Colts were at the lowest of their fans. And nobody saw it, dude, and nobody would have thought they were just a quarterback away. I mean, but that team is just they're just clicking, dude, and Daniel Jones is not fazed by anything. I mean, he's been through the rough and tough, and he doesn't the outside noise doesn't stutter him, dude, doesn't shatter him at all. And I mean, with Jonathan Taylor, I mean, front runner for MVP this year, the kid is just a savage, one of the players I wish I would have grabbed. The receivers, they aren't, they're not league winners at this point. But I mean, they're doing enough to get their teams win, man. But Jonathan Taylor and Daniel Jones is just locked in, and I mean, this is a great team. I mean, they lost to the Chiefs and the Rams, so it's only up from here, man. I think they'll definitely win that division, which none of us picked. I mean, I think.
No, I had them being dead last. In the division.
Yeah, me too.
Even under the lowly Titans. The lowly Titans.
We had.
Yeah. I mean,
that's right.
I don't have a movie reference for the show, but I guess if I had to name something, it had to be like Breaking Bad. Daniel Jones is Walter White, just hanging out, chilling with his wife, making, doing some chemistry and stuff like that. Mixing the molecules. And then after a while, he just makes everybody rich on the team that he's around because Alec Pierce getting paid, Michael Pittman's been paid, Jonathan Taylor's already paid. He's sitting there eating, and he becomes just a lowly chemist to the richest man in the damn city because he's selling all that meth. And in this metaphor, the meth is the football going around the field. So
that's right.
That
blue beauty, man, Heisenberg. You don't want to fuck with me. Stoic. He's got that stoic. Just
exactly.
Appearance.
It's the same. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like
dude.
Walter White just.
Yep. Yeah, dude. That's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. You come fuck with me, I'll blow you up. You know what I mean?
And everybody in town's trying to figure out who the fuck is Daniel Jones. Like who really is selling all this shit to his receivers. So
yeah. and it's Danny Dimes, dude. It's Danny Diamonds this year. I mean, the kid's he's found a spot, bro. And I mean, I think this team is definitely a front runner for the AFC. And
they're the number one scoring offense in the league this year.
Dude, they went like, what was it, 7 or 8 weeks without even punting.
They went it wasn't that long, but it was like 3 or 4 weeks.
It was more than 5. No, it was more than 5 weeks without doing a punt.
Nah,
sure.
Ian.
Pretty
don't
sure.
Don't be giving fake stats on the Fake Stuff podcast. We are a reputable organization over here. We don't give out fake stats.
While you talk, I'm going to figure it out.
All right. Well, with the Colts, you got Jonathan Taylor. Like you said, killing it for fantasy. But let's get serious for a second, Ian. Let's talk about who you can play in the fantasy playoffs. Because this team, like we said, number one scoring offense. Do you trust Daniel Jones in your quarterback spot every single week from here on out?
Yeah, dude. I think you can. I don't see why not. He's put
a
up
QB 9 on the season, but that's with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts has already played. Jared Goff has already played this week. Dak has already played. There's a chance he could be, close to all them guys. Let's say by the end of the week, he might be the QB 6. You play him every week?
Yeah, I mean, depending on you, because I got him on my bench, and I got Jared Goff as my starting quarterback, and I've started Jared Goff every week. But there's only been a few weeks where I was like, damn, I want to start Daniel Jones. But I think he's definitely a legitimate quarterback, especially if you're one of those teams that in the draft kind of waited on quarterbacks, baited quarterbacks, and if you picked them up first week of the season or something like that, I think that's this year's Sam Darnold, I think he's putting up numbers that no one ever thought he would. And I mean, he's not going to get you a 50-point game, but he's going to be super solid. I mean, even in the loss, I mean, he still had 21 fantasy points, So, I mean, I think they lost to Pittsburgh too, actually. The Rams, Pittsburgh, and Kansas City. But I mean, it's hard pressed to find somebody better than. I mean, there's not many people that are better than him. So yeah, I mean, I think he's a legit starter, top 10.
Yeah, I agree with you. And Alec Pierce has been great. Michael Pittman's the top 12 wide receiver this year. Jonathan Taylor, obviously, you're playing him every single week. But let's move on. Let's move on to this next one. And you got a movie reference for this?
And it was only 2 weeks.
What was only 2 weeks?
Where they didn't punt.
Oh, yeah, 2 weeks. Yeah, I figured.
Seemed way longer. But still, that's a lot of drives.
Did AI help you out on that, Ian?
AI told me that that was wrong. As they do most of the time.
You were like 12 weeks without a punt.
As they do most of the time, dude. It seemed like forever.
Forever. 2 weeks is still
a
pretty
long time.
stout. All right, Ian. Next movie reference. Go ahead and get your thinking cap on. You ready?
Yeah.
Number 4 seed in the AFC. You got the Pittsburgh Steelers, the low life. They're kind of like the Buccaneers of the NFC South, but they're the AFC North. In a division that we thought was just going to be great. I mean, the Ravens were going to be at the beginning of the season. The Ravens were the odds-on favorite to win the Super Bowl, and then the Bengals. Everybody likes them. We know their defense is going to be bad, but Joe Burrow gets injured. He's out. The Browns are kind of what they are, but the Steelers are sitting there. If the Ravens would have won, all they had to do was beat the Bengals. They couldn't do it, but the Steelers are sitting there at 6-5. The Ravens are also 6-6, so the Steelers could possibly lose this week. But where do you put the Steelers? Movie reference.
So when it comes to the Steelers, the movie reference for me is not just one movie. It's going to be the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they compare to the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the sense that the MCU doesn't ever really win a lot of awards, but they always put out stuff that keep you watching. You know, they're right there. They're in the mix. They got good players. They got good coach, and they do just good enough to keep you watching. You can't not watch it. You're like, I guess I'll go see it. You know, I mean, it's one of those.
It's a famed franchise. You have to watch the Steelers.
Famed franchise, and they could blow off a banger. They could blow off a banger at any point, man. But I think the addition of Aaron Rodgers is really good for them. You know, they got a pretty good offensive line, a good defense. But I mean, I think it's a blessing for them that the Ravens are doing so bad. You know, they actually kind of have a chance to do something in the league. But I mean, I feel like it's going to end just like it always ends until they prove differently. I mean, I'm not going to put them.
You think the Ravens win the division?
No, sort of. I mean, I think the Steelers will win the division, but I think they'll lose in the playoffs.
First
just
round.
because the Ravens have just been so bad. I mean, they lost Lamar, and then even with Lamar back, they still lost. And I mean,
somebody's got to win the damn division in.
I think it's going to be the Steelers.
You think Rodgers is going to pull it out?
Yeah, man. I think he's just good enough, and I mean they got some key pieces around him. I mean, Jaylen Warren's been doing pretty good. I mean, he's the RB19, you know, and DK, he hasn't been great. He's the 26th overall. I mean, they don't have anybody who's showing out. I mean, Darnell Washington, he looks awesome. That's a bulldog, and he's unstoppable when he gets the ball. He actually, talking about Good Morning Football, he set a Good Morning Football record.
Angry runs. Oh my God, that run was ridiculous.
He was the only candidate for angry runs. I mean, he just killed it, and I knew he would. I mean, Darnell, watching him at Georgia, you know, he was overshadowed by Brock Bowers, but he's a big boy, dude, and he's an extra lineman that can catch the ball and make people pay, you know. And Aaron Rodgers is great at getting the ball out pretty quick, and they even have a great backup quarterback. I mean, Mason Rudolph is you know, a veteran in this league, and he's decent. So it's hard to say, but I mean, their defense is really, really good, and they're going to keep them in games, and we'll see. I mean, Mike Tomlin is definitely one of my favorite coaches in the league.
Yeah. I still think the Ravens can pull this off because I just don't believe in the Steelers. Their running game, they're pretty much the same as we've been talking about them for years. Even though Rodgers is the quarterback, they seem to go 9-8, make the playoffs, and then lose in the first round. I really ain't scared of the Steelers. If I'm an AFC team, that would probably be the team that I would want to face in the first round of the playoffs if I was, you know, one of the heavy hitters like New England or the Broncos or something like that. If you had to play them,
yeah.
But Jaylen Warren's been pretty decent. Caleb Johnson has been a complete bust, and then, you know, Kenneth Gainwell's been all right. But other than Jalen Warren, I don't really, and DK Metcalf, you really can't start any of these guys with confidence on a weekly basis.
I remember there was a time where the Steelers running back was somebody that you wanted to possess on any fantasy team that you have, and it's just because they're run first and they just do it really well. But here the last few years, ever since Le'Veon, I mean, they really haven't had anybody that you're jumping out of the seat for, and their running backs just do pretty well. But
I mean, and going back to the Marvel universe, like DK Metcalf, like the Hulk, like he's useless unless he really goes off. I mean, he's the big guy on the outside that you want to do something, but half the time he's just Bruce Banner.
Yeah. Yep.
We're nerds. Nerds.
So
I wish we had a drop that just said nerd.
They hate us because of they ain't us.
It's because they hate us. All right, Ian, I would like to say I ain't trying to read your mind here, but I kind of want to say that this might be your most hated team. That doesn't have to do with the Packers. But we gotta mention the Chargers. They're at number 5. They're a wild card team, 7-4. They're second in the AFC West right now, behind the Broncos, but they're in the playoff picture right now. Started off hot. They make everybody believe in. Do you have a movie reference for this? They start off great, and then they fade off into non-existence pretty much as the season goes on. Every single year. I don't know if this year's different, but I know I was saying that Chargers might be Super Bowl contenders after the first 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, they looked great, dude. For a movie reference, something that everybody loved and then just nobody ever really watched again. I mean, I don't know. Can't think of anything, but if it's not one of those ones you like to watch over and over, dude, it's like it's hard to say. But the Chargers are what the Chargers are, dude. And I love Harbaugh being there, and I feel like Justin Herbert is an elite quarterback, and Harbaugh is bringing the best out of them. And I mean, they've been kind of injury riddled, dude, a little bit, and Keenan hadn't been doing great. I feel like their offensive line just isn't given the time they need, and they're in a pretty hard division, but they give you this hope. I mean, they're 3-0 in their division, which is good. But yeah, I mean, it's just the team that you feel like is going to do good every year, but they let you the fuck down, dude. And Justin Herbert's got the talent, and I feel like Amarian Hampton is really good. If you drafted him in Dynasty, I don't feel like you should be upset about that. I mean, I feel like he's going to be good moving forward. But yeah, dude, I don't give him. I give him no chance. They got no chance.
I'm kind of with you on that. My movie reference would be The Hangover, because it all starts off looking so good. Everybody's getting drunk. Everybody's having a good old time until the next day you can't find what player is even worth a shit. And you sit there and wonder what Justin Herbert is. Like, who is the main character in this offense? Because Keenan Allen was great for a while, and then he fell off. Quentin Johnson was like a top 12 wide receiver for the first, 5 weeks of the season. Yeah. Lyle McConkey, he's probably the most consistent part of the offense, but you got running backs that ain't super relevant every single week with Vidal and Hampton. He should be coming back soon, but he's gonna miss this week. But their schedule looks pretty dang tough. So I don't really like this team, man. I haven't really liked this team, and I don't really like them for fantasy the next couple weeks, because this week they got Vegas. They should win this game. And then after that, they got Philly, Kansas City, Dallas, Houston, and Denver.
Yeah, dude, It's tough, dude. And I mean, they got some notable players on defense. I mean, they still got Derwin James. He's one of my favorite defensive backs. I mean, and Bosa, they trade Bosa.
Yeah, Joe Bosa's gone.
Yeah, but I mean, I do love
Well, they got Khalil
Harbaugh.
Mack still, but
They do have Khalil Mack, but he does just good enough to make him worth his money. But
it's what you hate the most, and I feel like that's the reason you hate this team is because their offensive line is dead last. Justin Herbert's getting hit more than anybody in the NFL.
More than Burrow.
Yeah, I mean Burrow hadn't been out, but yeah, more than the Bengals quarterbacks. But Joe Alt being out is huge.
Huge.
I don't think when it comes to fantasy that people really look at that type of stuff. But with Joe Alt out, Justin Herbert has not eclipsed 20 fantasy points in the games with Joe Alt hasn't played. So,
and when he was there, they
was
clicking.
going off. He was fine.
Clicking. Yeah. And that's a lot of people don't understand, man. Offensive tackle, in my opinion, is the most important position in football. I mean, yeah, look at all the great teams, and they got a mentionable offensive tackle, man. I mean, that is the most important. That's why they make the big bucks, and if you don't give your quarterback some time, I don't care who you are, you're not going to do good.
No. And when you watch the games, it's so obvious that he just doesn't have the time. That's why his rushing yards are so up this year. I mean, he's rushing for over 20 yards a game average, and he's on pace for more rushing yards than he's ever had in his career. But that might be a good thing for fantasy, but also it's going to come back and bite you in the ass when they play these good opponents. And he's just getting sacked on every third down that you need to extend drives. And I'm not. Yeah. I ain't with the. I think there's a possibility they can make the playoffs because of the teams that are pushing them. But they're going to be a team that I will definitely fade as soon as the playoffs start.
Yeah, I agree, man. I mean, they're just like they have been in the last few years, dude. They do they kind of remind me of the Falcons, but a little bit better, man. And they do just good enough to give you hope, but they always get overshadowed by the Rams, And they play in a division with,
Kansas City.
Yeah, dynastic Kansas City team, and then the up and coming Denver Broncos with the best defense in the league. I mean, so yeah, it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough sledding, but I mean,
are you pretty out on all the Chargers players for the rest of the fantasy season?
Except Herbert. I mean, I think
even Herbert, with that schedule, with them playing Philly, then Kansas City.
I mean, it'll be tough to bench Herbert unless you got
your fantasy playoffs are. You got Kansas City, you got Dallas, and if you get past the first one, you got Philly, you got my bad, Kansas City, and then Dallas, and then you got Houston in your championship. There's no way I would feel comfortable starting Justin Herbert against Kansas City in the first week of the fantasy playoffs, and then maybe you get by that. You get Dallas, that's great, and then you got to start him against Houston.
Yeah, that's a tough ask. That's a tough ask, dude.
I'm just saying, if you got Herbert in your fantasy leagues, if your trade deadlines is still available, like this is a quarterback that you want to take advantage of and try to trade him away for somebody with a better schedule, because I can tell you right now that Herbert's not going to have a good game against Kansas City, against that pass rush.
I mean, historically, what is like? How does he do? Do you know?
I mean,
I know those interdivision rivalry games can go either way a lot of times. I mean, does Kansas City always dominate them, or does the Chargers split it a lot of times? I mean, it's hard to say with those interdivision games. And Kansas City is a bloody mule right now.
Well, they did play Kansas City in week 1. He put up 33 fantasy points, but Joe Alt was there. And, that was when I thought, they would be Super Bowl contenders. But they played what was the other team? We're looking at Kansas City. We're looking at Denver. They played Denver. He scored 17 points against Denver. So I don't know. I have Herbert in Yahoo, and luckily Joe Burrow was out there because he was on IR.
Yeah.
I plan on playing Burrow from here on out. I mean, it's not even.
I should have picked up Burrow a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, definitely.
I had
Be
him.
looking.
I had him ready, but it was on. I was on Buymageddon, dude. I had so many people on buy, dude, and I was like, I just can't drop anybody right now. But
you ready for a team that you wouldn't expect in the playoff picture? You got the Jacksonville Jaguars.
Duval. And Liam Cohen very lit. Duval.
How would you do it if you had to do it yourself?
Duval.
Yeah, I don't know if that was any better.
Wasn't any better. But you know who is better? The Jacksonville Jaguars, dude. Under Liam Cohen. He come in looking like a complete doofus, but he's got these boys marching to the beat of the drum, man. And, I mean.
The defense is playing good.
And, yeah, they are. They really are. And we'll start on the offensive side with Travis Etienne, dude. Like, he's one of those players I probably forever will fade because I drafted him after he had, the best showing of his career. I was like, oh, yeah, I'll take him in the first round. Just totally sucked trailer park trash dick, dude. And he totally busted on me, dude. But this year, I mean, he's actually relevant. I mean, he had 3 games where he was under 10 points, but I mean, the last 4 weeks, he's 14, 14, 19, 19. So, I mean,
he's been great.
He's the number 14 overall, so he's
great
solid,
for where
dude.
you picked him.
He's been solid, man. Trevor Lawrence, the 14 overall quarterback.
He just does what he does.
He can get it done. He gets it done.
Every now and again.
I mean, your receivers, we got BTJ, Jacoby, and Parker Washington, man. I mean.
But BTJ has been a complete bust.
He's not been what he was last year.
What do you think about BTJ from here on?
I mean, I think he's going to be good. I think
people were ranking him above, like, I think we talked about this last episode. People were ranking him above, like, Amon-Ra and stuff in Dynasty. He was up there with Justin Jefferson and them guys after last year. Where would you possibly put him in a Dynasty ranking right now? Is he a trade for candidate? Because I went out and got him, or is he just like come next year in the future? Where do you see Brian Thomas being? From here on.
Yeah, I mean, I think he's definitely a trade for candidate. I mean, I think you're going to get him pretty low right now. I mean, he obviously showed that he's got really good talent, and I mean, it's a team that's up and coming. I mean, Trevor Lawrence has got to get it figured out, dude. He's got to. I mean, he does good, and they're winning games, but he
looks like he's a great quarterback on certain plays, and then he just looks like he's the worst quarterback in the league.
He doesn't know what's going on. But at the same time, he's also had like 5 or 6 different coordinators, just as many head coaches. And you can't expect much when that's going on. But I think BTJ is going to be fine in the next few years. I think he is a go-by candidate in Dynasty.
What about ETN, like, future? Because he's playing good this year. He's coming out to the end of his contract. They didn't sign his 5th-year option. You think ETN gets traded? Is it like the Tootin show after this? Or how do you feel about ETN for the, coming into next year and after that?
I don't know, dude.
Would you trade for him in Dynasty?
No. I wouldn't.
Not really.
No, man. I mean,
Javonte Williams, Travis Etienne. Who do you want in Dynasty? Javonte's on a 1-year deal with Dallas. Travis Etienne's on his last year with the Jaguars.
Honestly, I'd probably go Javonte. I mean, I know this is the first year that he's really. I mean, now he had 1.5 good years in Denver. Where he was healthy. But I mean, ETN played 15 games last year and
That's last year though. That's last year.
I know, but
they both had some really bad years.
Yeah,
because Javonte had a really bad year last year. They both kind of made a resurgence this year. I'm just trying to figure out, like, as far as the contract situation goes, who you'd rather have. But you said you'd probably side with Javonte.
I probably would. And I mean, hungry dogs want to eat, man. So anybody that's on a contract year, I really like to have them do, because they're going out there and they're fighting for their job, man. Anybody who just got that check, I kind of try to fade them if I can, But anybody who's fighting for a check is 9 times out of 10 going to play better. But like I said, ETN scarred me, dude. And I mean, he's definitely got some explosiveness in him, but I would take Javonte.
You think Jaguars make the playoffs? Some teams on their tail right now. You got Houston Texans, Kansas City. Jaguars, are they going to fend off the Texans in Kansas City?
I can't even tell you, dude. Honestly, I hate to do that. If I had to pick, I'd say they lose to Houston, but beat Kansas City. That just seems like the type of year they're having right now.
It ain't their schedule. I'm just talking about the teams that are wild card.
Right. Okay, I got you. But I'll say no.
You don't think they make playoffs?
No. And I mean, they got in that division. I mean, they got the Colts and the Texans. And
you think the Texans will find a way to make it?
Yeah, because that defense is just so good, dude. I mean, they just got to do just enough, man. And I mean, I think the Jags are really good, but I don't think they got what it takes this year. But they definitely one of the biggest surprises, at this point in the season.
Yeah, it's looking like I'm looking on the NFL playoff picture. It looks like the Jaguars this week, as they're 74% chance of making the playoffs, and if they win this week, they are 82% chance of making the playoffs, and they play Tennessee this week. So I don't know, man. They could be 8-4 with playing Tennessee this week. If they drop this one, though, that'd be a rough loss. And then they drop down to 56% chance of making the playoffs. So I don't know, man. They got to beat Tennessee this week. I think if they beat Tennessee with 9 wins, it's going to be kind of tough to catch, because Texas are only at 6 wins. Chiefs are only at 6 wins. So
yeah,
it's going to be tough. But next team in, who would have thought at the beginning of the season that we'd be talking about the Bills just try? I mean, it's kind of like the Lions in the NFC. The Bills are just scraping by, just trying to make the playoffs right now. They're the number 7 seed at 7-4. Like I said, you got the Texans and the Chiefs and the Ravens. And I guess the Steelers also too. Nipping at the heels. I would assume that you think the Bills make the playoffs.
You would assume that, man. You would assume that, but it's one of those teams right now, man, where it's about to get cold. And going into Buffalo is going to be very difficult to get a win. I mean, they got the Steelers, the Bengals, the Patriots, Browns, Eagles, Jets. I mean, I think they could pull it off. I think they could split. Yeah, I think they could win about half of those games. And I mean, they obviously have, one of the best quarterbacks ever do it. They got a terrific running back, but they just have no pass catchers, man. They really just have no pass catchers, dude. And Josh Allen is having to get out there and do what he does and make shit happen with his legs a lot of times. People are dropping passes. And, I mean, it's just they're not the Bills that we know, dude. And it's going to be crazy, dude. This could be a season where neither the Bills or the Chiefs make it to the playoffs, man. And that's just –
and the Ravens.
It doesn't seem right. It doesn't seem right. And I feel like if nothing else, the Chiefs need to be in there, because anybody who makes it to the Super Bowl in the AFC and they doesn't go through Arrowhead to get there, it just seems weird, man. You know, even if the Bills make it and they don't have to play Kansas City, like there's always going to be that asterisk. Like,
do you think the Patriots at number one are the number one team in the AFC?
Yeah. I mean, they've showed it. They've played like it.
You think that they are, like when it comes to the playoffs? You think that New England is the favorite in every single game? Like you get the Patriots at the number one seed, they get a bye week, and then they get to play the Bills in the second game, or the Chiefs, or
the Broncos or the Colts. I mean,
are they in your mind? In your mind, is New England the best team in the AFC?
No.
Who is the best team in the AFC?
The Colts.
Okay.
But New England is that team that nobody thought was going to be there, and there's always that team. And right now, the record shows that they are, you know, and they got a great coach. You know, they got a couple good receivers. Running backs are there. The offensive line is doing their job. They always have a really good defense. They're the team that has got all the little things figured out, and they focus on fundamentals. They don't have any flashy things going on, and I think they got the best quarterback out of that draft, man. I mean, Drake May is just amazing.
Can you see Drake May in the Super Bowl, though? I'm having a hard time. Drake May has been playing out of his mind. I'm not taking anything away from him because he's been great. And me and Matt love Drake May, so it's kind of panning out where they're playing this guy. I just didn't think they were going to be this good that quick because their wide receiver room, you got Diggs, who's like 45 years old or whatever. Kayshon Boutte out there. I mean, you just really don't have a lot of weapons at the wide receiver core. But, I mean, if you put it at the Chiefs for years really haven't had a whole lot of weapons other than Travis Kelce, but they just seem to get it done. So,
yeah,
I don't believe in the Patriots, truthfully.
Yeah, I mean, I do. I mean, I think they're really great. I mean, until they prove me wrong, they just keep winning games, dude. They got the longest winning streak in the NFL right now, I'm pretty sure, and they're just rolling right now. And I think Drake May, I could see him. I mean, could you have seen Brock Purdy in the Super Bowl a couple years ago? No.
Well, it's the 49ers, man. So I think Colin Kaepernick. It's a different Patriots team.
Is it?
Patriots coach.
That's a different 49ers than when Colin Kaepernick was there. I mean, like
I mean, you did have John Harbaugh as the head coach over there, so
that's what I'm saying. Like it's different but the same. I mean, they still got the same culture that Vrabel was there. I mean, it's just I just like the way Vrabel coaches, dude. I mean, in the offseason, he was out there with the pads, you know, getting hit in the middle of the fights, you know, and that says a lot, dude. And players really respect that when the coach gets out there and he's in the mix of it and he just demands a certain respect, dude. And this team deserves that number one spot right now. But
I respect the hell out of him.
Yeah, but I mean, Denver and Indianapolis. I think Indianapolis is probably the best team. But
I think the Super Bowl is coming out of the NFC this year, personally. The way these teams look right now, I think one of these teams in the NFC is taking that Super Bowl. Nobody looks great in the AFC right now. Like you said, the Colts. I mean, I respect it, but you got questions with Daniel Jones. I mean, you got questions all over the board with some of these AFC teams. I mean, do you have questions? Do you have questions with the Rams? I ain't got a whole lot of questions. You got questions with the Eagles. You got questions with the Packers. I guess you got questions with the Bears. But in the AFC right now, it's like a whole bunch of question marks right now.
Yeah. Yeah, and I mean, but when it comes down to it, dude, the best defense wins, you know.
That's the Broncos.
All the time. It's the Broncos. And, I mean, on the NFC side, I mean,
the Rams and the
the
Eagles.
Rams and the Eagles. But the Eagles' offense is
Packers
is iffy in the Packers. And, I mean, Indianapolis's defense is lights out too. I mean, they really are.
They're pretty decent.
They're overlooked. I mean, they're great. But the thing that sets Indianapolis aside is their offensive line. I mean, they, in my opinion, have the best offensive line in football right now. I mean, it's just unmatched.
I agree. I definitely agree with that. Jonathan Taylor's doing whatever he wants, and that offensive line was supposed to be good last year, and it kind of didn't pan out last year because they didn't have a quarterback. But we'll move on to let's move on to some of these other teams. So outside of the playoffs, you got you said the Texans. You kind of think that they're gonna replace the Jaguars in the South, right?
I think so.
Yeah, in the wild card.
Yeah, in the wild card. Yeah, I think it'll be. I think they'll be better. Especially if it's CJ Stroud. What I can't remember.
Yeah, CJ Stroud's coming back.
Yeah,
but they're 3-0 with Davis Mills right now.
I know, and Davis Mills, they're another one of those teams that's got a great backup quarterback, and I mean that's huge to have. And they got a great defense. So,
but they're missing your favorite part, Ian. They're missing your favorite part.
That offensive line.
Yeah.
Yep.
So how you gonna put them in the playoffs with that offensive line, Ian?
I think it's better than Jacksonville's.
Yeah, I don't know if it's better than Jacksonville. Jacksonville's angry. We just can't put Jacksonville in the playoffs, man.
It's hard to do it. It's hard.
It's hard to do it. All right. Ask you a question about the Chiefs. Are the Chiefs in?
They're 6-6.
They got to win out.
They got to win out, dude. If they would have beat Dallas yesterday, I think so.
It's like 100% chance they're in. Like it's almost like, yep, here comes the Chiefs.
Yep, but they just don't have it. I don't think they got it this year.
What's wrong with them?
I don't think it's any one thing, man. I mean, I think it's a bunch of different stuff. Not necessarily. I mean, it might. If I had to guess anything, I mean, I'd say it's the trenches where they're losing. It's their offensive line. I mean, they traded away a couple good guys. Their defensive line isn't producing like it as dominant. I mean, they don't have any D-backs that are. I mean, they got McDuffie, but
getting killed by CeeDee Lamb.
And I mean, they don't really have anybody of mention right now. And I mean, they got Patrick Mahomes, but he's getting older and he can't do it like he used to. Travis Kelce is doing great. Rashee Rice is great, but I don't know. I can't put my finger on exactly what it is.
Keep losing?
Exactly what it is, but
yeah, I can't either. I can't picture how they keep losing because their weapons are just. It seems like their weapons are fine. Like Kelsey's playing good, like you said. Rashee Rice is doing great. Like their running game is halfway decent, but it kind of seems like their defense is. I can't put my finger on it. They just keep losing. The Chiefs last year won all the one-score games, and they weren't that great all through last year, and that's why they got the shit kicked out of them in the Super Bowl because they weren't that great going into the Super Bowl, but they kept winning the one-score games, and then this year they're losing all of them.
Yeah, and and that's how it goes. I mean, the football guys were on their back last year, and then they're not this year. I mean, there's so much you could do, man. And I mean, I still think until they're not in it, they're in it. I mean, it's hard for me to put them out of it. It really is. But
they'll probably win. It just seems like going back to history, they're probably going to win out. Probably.
Yeah. I don't think they'll have home field advantage, but I think they'll
make it.
They're
going to find a way to make it. And the poor old Duval Jacksonville Jaguars, according to Ian, not according to me, he hates the Jaguars.
I didn't say I hated them.
You hate them. You hate them, man.
I just don't think. I just don't think they got everything it takes. I mean, they haven't proven it to. Until they prove otherwise, they're gonna have to show it. And they have been doing good. They've been doing great, man. They deserve some recognition, but they haven't won a Super Bowl. I don't think ever. So
no, they're an expansion team. Give them credit, Ian. Like you just
I have
them not
I gave
winning
them
the
credit.
Super Bowl.
They're doing
They
great
hadn't
this
been
year.
in the league. They hadn't even been in the NFL that long. Give them a break.
They've been there long enough. They almost did it with Blake Bortles. They had the best defense in the league, but
then they traded them all away.
Couldn't figure it out.
They traded them all away. Well, Ian, I'm going to skip these teams. You got the Dolphins, Bengals, Browns, Raiders, Jets, Titans. We're a fantasy football show. There's a couple. I'm just naming a couple, Ian. We ain't got to get into it. Devon Achane's a beast for the Dolphins. Jalen Waddle's been great. You got the Bengals with Burrow coming back. Obviously, you got great fantasy options on that team. You don't even have to worry about if you're starting them or sitting them with Chase Brown and Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow's back. You're playing him, right? Pretty much over anybody?
For sure. Yeah.
Joe Burrow over, let's say, Bo Nix. Playing him over Bo Nix.
Yeah.
Playing him over Justin Herbert.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
Yeah.
Here's a tough one. This is the toughest one. Matthew Stafford.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think you just keep riding the hot hand. You got the Cleveland Browns down there where they belong outside of the playoffs. Their defense, probably one of the best defenses we'll ever even get to witness. And why does Cleveland got to be so bad and have such a great, one of the best players that's ever played in the NFL, man?
Dude, I wish I knew, man. I wish I knew, dude. Their defense was on a tear at the beginning of the year, and they're really great. And Myles Garrett is, arguably, the best defensive end all time. It sucks, man. I hate it for them, dude. I hate it. They can't get the shit figured out, and I think it's an ownership thing. But yeah, I hate that. I hate it for Myles Garrett, But he stayed there. He believed in him, and if they could just get a few things figured out. They got two really good quarterbacks in the draft. Both of them have showed
really good.
Both of them have showed potential this year. And Junkins looks good too.
All right, Junkins in your lineup no matter what.
Maybe not no matter what, but yeah, at this point,
in most leagues, we playing enough leagues where Junkins is he's in.
He's very relevant, yeah, for sure. Unless you got like Barkley, McCaffrey, and
Barkley. Who is that? Is that Barkley?
Unless you got like three top tier, top five running backs. Then, yeah, Junkins is very relevant.
All right, here we go with where we went wrong. The Raiders, oh my God. How are they so fucking terrible? I actually thought this team was going to be pretty good.
Me too. I did too. I picked the Patriots and the Raiders as like my most improved team this year. It's hard for me to decide which one, but I ultimately landed on the Patriots. But I like Pete Carroll. I just think it comes down to the trenches on this one as well.
And do you have, before, I don't want to interrupt you, but do you have that sheet of paper with our division winners and stuff?
Yeah, I do.
All right. Well, after this episode, we're going to record a 15-minute episode. That's it.
All right.
On just that. Just a quick one.
All right.
But yeah, to piggyback what you were saying on the Raiders, like they're just, God, Gino, it's awful. The Jets, they can't throw a forward pass. They're playing rugby. I don't know what the Jets are doing. I wouldn't start a single player on the New York Jets other than
Breece. Okay. Breece and Genty, I think you can start them.
That's it.
Brock
And
Bowers.
then we got
Brock Bowers.
Yeah, Brock Bowers. And then you got the Titans. You don't start a single player off their team if you can avoid it.
Nope.
Yeah. Even I will give props to Chimray DK. He's been a good rookie. I give him props. And Tony Pollard, I mean, he's doing whatever he can do. I don't think he's been a very bad running back. He's been bad for fantasy, but that team is bad. But Cam Ward, they just got to figure it out. You can't. I want to hear what you got to say about Cam Ward before we get off. Is Cam Ward just a product of just being the first pick in the NFL draft and being placed on the worst team with no weapons, or you give him another chance next year?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, any rookie quarterback that gets thrown into, like you said, I mean, they're on the obviously worst team last year, and I think Cam Ward's got a lot of heart, and he plays with a lot of emotion. And I think he's a really good quarterback. He's got a lot of things that you want out of a quarterback. And, I think you give him at least one more year. I mean, it's hard to come into this league and
they're going to have the number one pick next year. Do they draft another quarterback?
Or draft a lineman.
Or a receiver. I mean, they ain't going to draft a receiver with number one, but,
I need to trade down and get 3 linemen. I'm scared.
I agree with you on that. But Ian, that was a good episode, man. I enjoyed the hell out of it. And like we said, we're gonna get off of this one. We're gonna come on now, damn it. Don't nobody want to hear that shit. Ian. But we're gonna get off of this one. Ian, you got anything to say to all the wonderful folks out there listening?
Nah, man, just as always, thanks for listening. We love football. Hope y'all love football. Sad that it's such a short season, and I feel like it's going to be over so quick. But, we're in it right now. We're in the heat of it, the heart of it, and every game matters. So keep tuning in. We'll give you our opinions. You can take it or leave it, like it or don't. We could care less, but what we do care about is not being a hoe, sharing the show.
That is exactly right. And I got the banner. Don't be a hoe. Share the show. And if you can tell anybody about the podcast, do that. But hitting that like button and subscribing is the best thing you can do for the podcast. If you want to just get on there, hit that like button. It'll get us out to more people to, watch the show. And just appreciate everybody for listening, man. And with that, we are out.